We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Using his legs, it's Moulton. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moulton. Crosses to 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get... But look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Floats it out in space. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw. It's Dotson. Pulls it in. At the 35, he's open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, and this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air, it's Jennings. Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language of this defense. It has changed.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd down play from the gun. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Got a man. It's Brinson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Iowa 7, SMU 0.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, SMU.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Dotson. Here's the pressure. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to the ground game on the left. Makes it past the marker. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires left. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down to this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Oh, out of space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Iowa. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Brinson. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Keeps it on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker, it's Hudson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PB in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Got a man, it's Knight. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Johnson. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The Mustangs in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Wide open spaces. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. off the play fake on first down to throw. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like that.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
And he's got it inside the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now, 1st and 10 from the 22. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Complete out of the backfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. That's caught. It's Singleton. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the... And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a grab on the shot. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Grabbed over the middle, it's Maryland. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Under fire. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to run it back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
The Hawkeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Hold and fire complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and be a runner after the catch, it makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Caught over the middle. It's Knight. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Touchdown, SMU! A great catch and run for 6. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can pounce every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Dropping back, it's Dotson. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for a crease, it's Moulton. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gill. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Snap to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets rid of it. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing.
There he goes! Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. To the air, it's Jennings. He's taking the shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. With the catch, it's Hudson. It's a seam wide open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
That's caught. It's Brinson. Gets away from one, finds room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown Mustangs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Maryland. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's Jennings. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Brinson. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Mustangs are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. It's caught. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Bringing the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
With this situation in the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the time.
Touchdown, SMU! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Blue 22!
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll operate out of split backs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Right back to the well. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll give it to the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. With the catch, it's Maryland. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning on the Jets.
And that's a tough one to swing. And you got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
This has got to make this team feel good. They were road warriors coming into this hostile environment and playing as well as they did. That's going to make them feel great moving forward.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Rutgers offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Washington's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Quick pass to the left. Got room at the 35. Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Duff. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield. It's Weber. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
They'll give it to him again. Shakes off the defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Trying to set up the screen. Inside the 45. Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Pocket breaking down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The sure hands, it's Coleman. And they're able to make the tackle.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Offense facing fourth down.
Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the run, it's Campbell. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the Scarlet Knights will keep this drive going.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Oh, he's got a chance. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
You can feel come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here comes the punt team. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Williams looking for a man. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll do it himself. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The defense calls a timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rush is on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Punt is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll pull it on the read.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Williams will pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Connection to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskies are in the hurry up. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with the 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops, thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Williams looking for a man. Flips it out on the screen. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't we try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle, and maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Scarlet Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Duff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking down the middle and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Williams will pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional ground.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Caught close to the marker. It's Duff. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Campbell. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Here's 4th down, and down 2 scores. They'll go for it here in the 4th quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. This is now a 7-point game. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all the... it's a running room. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly. But here, you just want to keep that clock moving. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams looking for a man. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, The offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The throw. Fires to the tight end. Working their way. Closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The offense set for a first down play. Looking downfield on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than